Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a new video and today we are going to be testing out and reviewing these Le pens. It's basically a technical drawing pen, and what you do with it is it just helps you draw. As of this date, it's currently October 10th. So that means I've already used these pens before, but I'm just reviewing them and telling you how suitable it is for Inktober, because yes, I have used these for Inktober. So I'm going to be testing out quite a few things. I'm going to be testing out the consistency, the comfort, like if it's comfortable to use, which judging on how, I don't think it's meant for comfort, but it's okay. The pressure, the bleeding, and drying time. So these are the things I'm going to be testing out, and yeah, we're going to see and test them out, and I'll just draw them. I'll just draw a line on each of them. So I'm going to start with the smallest, and I've got a normal piece of paper right here. It's just normal, nothing special, just a normal piece of paper that I cut out. Okay, so this is 0.5. Okay, and this, now I'm going to move on to 0.1. And I'm going to go to 0.5 and 0.8. So this is what it looks like. So this is how thick each of them is, from 0.5 all the way to 0.8. This is how they all look. So yeah, let's get to it. So for the consistency of it, let's see the consistency. Consistency is basically when you draw on it, we'll see if it comes out in chunks or if it comes out really smooth and nicely. So I think, as you can already tell, it's really smooth, like it won't chunk off. So yes, well, it will a bit, but most of the time it won't, which is really good. And I'm gonna try it for all of them. Like, I mean, at the front of it, I think you can tell that if you look at it, you're gonna see that over here, the beginning and ending points are a bit thicker than the middle. But I honestly think that it's okay. It doesn't really matter that much. And yeah. And yes, all of them are really consistent and nice. So next, it's the comfort. I don't think this is meant for comfort. This is more meant for drawing rather than comfort. So it doesn't really have any difference from a pen, rather just that it's not meant for long time use. Okay, so consistency, I'll give it an 8. Comfort, I'll give it a 5. 5 is just neutral. Below 5 is bad. Over 5 is good. If I put a lot of pressure on it, will it give more ink, distribute more ink, or will it distribute less ink if I don't put any pressure and stuff like that? So I'm just gonna put pressure on it. And this is what it looks like with pressure. As you can see, really bold, really black, really dark. And without pressure, I'll just really lightly just brushing it across. I think you can kind of tell it can go really light too, and distributes pretty well. So if I go dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, well, yeah, I think the pressure is pretty good. So I'll give the pressure an 8. So you can notice that I'm not doing it for all the pens. That's mainly because they're all the same pens, so I feel that one of them would represent all of them, basically. So pressure is an 8. Bleeding, let's see if it bleeds. So as you can see, I drew on this before. No, it doesn't bleed, because if it did bleed, it would have shown on here. So let's try that one more time. I'll draw on this, and if it bleeds over here, we'll know that it's bleeding. So I'm gonna use the thickest pen, which is a 0.8. I don't think you can tell, but that's okay. Let's see. Does it bleed? Not really. Well, for my definition of bleeding, it's when it bleeds under and it goes to the next page. Some people might consider it bleeding when you can see it here, but I don't consider it bleeding. So I think this will be a 8. And lastly, drying time. Drying time, let's see how long it takes for them to dry. I think the 0.8, which is the thickest, will say for all of them because it's the thickest, so that probably means it will need the most time to dry. So I'm just gonna color this in. I'm gonna put my hand in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after I counted to 5, it's mostly dried, but if you can look really closely, you can see there is a bit, and before this was clean, there is a bit of ink still left on my hand. So I'll do it again, this time with a clean finger with this one. As you can see, it's all clean. Now I'm gonna color here. I'll count to 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So as you can see, it kind of dust smudges, so you've got to be careful with that if you are, because I counted to 3 seconds and I put it on and it did show on. So I'll give this the drying time because then that was 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds. I'll give the drying time a 3.5 out of 10. So now that we're done all these tests, we're gonna see how well they perform on a nice piece of paper, such as this. So I'm just gonna draw a quick, small, short drawing. Nothing much, just very nice drawing, and yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing. Since there's lots of shadows to it, I think it'll be really good to draw. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with the pens. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the thickest, which is a 0.8, to just establish all the dark spots, and yeah. So for this drawing, I decided to draw a quick, short, and simple still life study of a small whiteout container lying around, and that is why you see that small shadow at the top center of the page, because that is the shadow of the whiteout that I was using as a reference from life. So I hope you enjoy it. Also, I just wanted to say that the reason why I didn't show the footage for the sketching part of the drawing was because this was more like an ink testing out drawing rather than a, oh, let's draw something. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. So overall, I'd like to say I'm quite pleasantly happy about the pen and the quality of the pen. I'm really happy that the color of the pen, the ink, is black instead of blue, because as you might know, some Sharpies have blue ink instead of black ink when it dries. But I'm really happy this ink is black, and I also really like that it's really bold and dark, and it doesn't really fade after you put the ink on. And yeah, overall I just really like the pen, and I recommend for you to buy it if you want a really good alternative to really expensive markers. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and while you're at it, press the notification bell to get updated on all the future videos so you don't miss any one of them. So yeah, comment down below if you like this drawing or not. Comment down below if you've used these markers before, if you're planning to buy them, if you're planning to not buy them. Just tell me all about these pens, not markers. Yeah, so I'll definitely be replying to all your comments, so don't be afraid to comment down below. You'll get back a comment from me, most likely. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. And don't forget to stay tuned because I will be posting more videos for Inktober. And also check out my Instagram at allthings_artsy with a Z, or it's my_artlife. Those are my two Instagrams. On my it's my_artlife account, I'll be posting there daily for Inktober updates, so you should go check that out because you'll be seeing all the posts and drawings for the future videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye! And done! Da, 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 da. This looks better. This angle looks really good. So I use this as a reference, so basically no reference. I did still life. I don't know if I'm good at still life or not. You tell me. Comment down below. Do you think this is a good still life or not? I didn't get them from like an art store, but I actually got it for a birthday present. So thank you so much to my friend who bought these pens for me for my birthday. Yeah, they're really good. I recommend for you to buy them if you want some not too expensive pens. They're pretty good, as you can see right here. This is the proof. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it.